Alright, what's going on, everybody? Man, it has been a while since we have filmed like this. It's been a while since we filmed out here. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. I had a mic up for this one. I had two mic up for this. There's the mic right there. The only thing I can't see is the time on this, so I want to make this long and I don't want to make it quick, but this is obviously, a discussion, a topic that needs to happen. As you can see by the title, it's either going to be labeled sensitivity or social media sensitivity. And I'm going to be talking about the good majority of things. When I take off my glasses, that means this is going to be a pretty serious discussion. Let me go ahead and kind of move this down right here for a bit. Let me prop up right there. Yeah, much more better. Let me put my glasses back on because I do need to see the time. But sensitivity, algorithm, programming, things being took down, blocked, or put on private, accounts being disabled. This has been going on for just about everyone for the past, I don't want to say like a crazy number. To play it safe, I'm going to say maybe 6 years to 4 years at the most. Now, what am I talking about? I'm going to be explaining things to the best way that I can. This is a topic that needs to happen again. So, let's start with TV. Let's start there with television. Television, once upon a time, yes, it used to be sensitive during the black and white TV eras. It used to be sensitive. There used to be boundaries. There are things that you could or could not do. Right? Over the time, once we get into the late 70s, I seen some pretty word commercials in some couple of movies online and on television. Documents, histories during that era. They would have naked people doing commercials, playing the piano, or they would have something on like a movie that would be considered out of the norm, right? But then, it was normal. We get into the 80s, right, to where there were no boundaries, there were no limits. You had certain words that were being said. You had certain things that were being showed, before everything had to be kind of tuned down or sensitized or pretty much bleeped out. So you had a lot of that. You even had a lot of gore. They even showed people with killing rather than, again, editing that. Same thing would be in the 90s, especially with Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was a no-holds-bar thing. Like, they didn't care. They gave it to you as is. I remember hearing the word damn, fuck, go to hell, bitch, in certain cartoons. Because they left the shit uncut. They showed people with gore as well. They flipped people off. It was really, really great. It was. There would be sensitivities and times where people would bitch about some of the older video games. To me, that is all right. It's okay. I know one of the main things that I can personally remember people that they would have a problem with was with Mortal Kombat 1 for the Sega Genesis, and they showed blood in it. It was pixelized blood. Whatever. Get the fuck over it. Right? Well, I actually have the original copy before they re-released it with the edited out stuff. So there would be a lot of things during the time where things were just completely raw, completely uncut, that made television good. It really did. That made television very well received. You know, there were times where we were seeing ass and titties and hearing about eating someone's pussy out as well. Then you had the internet. Internet at the time, internet used to actually be around during World War II, but it was used for the military before it was ever released in public. But then during, you know, the early ages that we all can recall during the 90s, right, and early 2000s, like the internet with Cartoon Network was popping. It had a lot of creative games. But then they decided to downtone it after they switched executives, because, like, well, it might be too rough for children. But we didn't care. We truly did not care. It's just like with comic books once upon a time, because you had, you know, men with sidekicks and they would complain about homosexuality, or you had women that were too overly sexualized. Well, nowadays we have that. Now, this is where we get into social media talk, right? This is where we get into social media talk. A lot of this never was brought to the forefront like it is now. Because nowadays, you know, within today's society, we do live in a very sensitive world. You know, MySpace, people weren't that sensitive. They didn't block you. They didn't copyright you. They didn't copyright strike you. They didn't ban you. They didn't block you. They didn't take down anything. You could have posted. You could say whatever you want. Nowadays, with the new systems, the new software with algorithms, places like Twitter, places like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, whatever it is that the fuck you say, it's going to trigger certain words, and it's going to be like, oh, well, we can't have that on there. It's too overly violent, or sensitivity to certain words that can be triggered, right? That is the problem, because it's making today's children coming up now being bitches because they can't handle certain things. I'm sorry. The world is not full of gumdrop, rainbows, sunshines, and unicorns and ponies, man. It's not. You're going to see and hear things out there. That's just how life is. You know, life is called a journey for a reason. Alright? Well, here's this part. This is how stupid it is. Now, how did all this really begin? It began a little bit before the Jake Paul incident. Now, me, I was in music, still do music. I would post my stuff on Facebook. Didn't have a problem with it. Didn't. And then companies of music brands, it don't matter if you were an independent artist, underground artist, or what, because they were going to want to claim and copyright your stuff. And it got so much to the point where a lot of music was completely being blocked and took down. You were being reported if it was your music. That's how out of hand it was, right? Well, this is before the YouTube thing as well, before YouTube went down its path. And someone tells me this video is going to be put on private. Now, for those that see the title, Kodak DNA, YouTube wanted me to put that video on private or unlisted. No, it's on public. This channel and everything that I say in these videos ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't for sensitive people. If you're fucking sensitive, you can go. This is realistic world. I'm sorry. It's how it has to be. But during that, if you were even a veteran, somebody that fought, somebody that served, and if you post things about the military, that would be took down. If you're somebody that posted things against abuse with animals, right, it would be took down. But it was okay to post things when it came to porn or something about children being hurt. Oh, so it's okay to leave those up. They took things down. They took things down when it came to somebody getting busted about drugs or guns. They took things down. They took things down when it came to things about religion and spirituality, and a good majority of that was the black community on the internet, where people's counts who of color were being took down and being blocked. If you were somebody that want to advertise and sell online, guess what? You wouldn't be able to, because then that would trigger, oh, okay, so this company made that, and there's this person selling that. That's why they created like pages and online markets. Because when you post, that automatically tags those companies, and to them, you are stealing. You know, from there, I would have video games that I used to do. Like, I got into gaming, right? So I would post gaming stuff. People would find sensitivity with gameplay and report my shit to the point where I had to delete it. It had to be took down. It had to be blocked. My accounts were being reported. Well, during that, a lot of my shit was also being stolen. So a lot of stuff that we post, people are going to want to steal as well. And then all of a sudden, my account gets disabled. I'm blocked out. I can't get in. It gets destroyed. Why? Because you have sensitive bitches. By bitches, I mean I'm talking to males and also females. I don't care what color, what nationality, race you are when I say that. I do not. From there, it even became to the point where Facebook was starting to block people's own fucking pictures, saying that's not you. That's not you, when it is. Now, with that part, with there, you have, you know, YouTube. My entertainment channel, yes, the video that you guys seen about me, why I had to leave my YouTube channel, my entertainment channel, it goes into also with the algorithms. My music got copyrighted. Not copyright came, but copyrighted. Didn't get striped. A good majority of it had to be muted. Gaming had got striped. Muted as well. A good majority of my channel got hit so very hard that I had to lose a lot of fucking videos, to the point where, you know what, I had to pretty much leave my channel. And that is another reason. That is another reason. Yeah. That is another reason. You know, a lot of YouTubers, because of how the YouTube software and algorithm is, it wants to be family-friendly content. Oh, what? Because you're afraid that other companies are going to leave, you're going to lose money? Humans don't even run the fucking program. Computers, machines do. They have it programmed with certain words, certain things that you say, certain actions. It's so in there with whatever you do. It doesn't matter if it's like a vlogging video. Boom, you might get hit with it. It don't matter if it's a plain old video game to where the point where it doesn't have much copyright of anything in it. Boom, you get hit. It doesn't matter if you are a painter. Boom, you get hit. And matter of fact, I tried to do a live video of me painting, because I would do paint. You know, I paint portraits and all that. I tried doing that on Facebook. Guess what happened? Within a couple of seconds, I got fucking hit with a copyright and then blocked because I was painting. That's how sensitive the algorithm and these programs now are. Because now we have to be so careful of what we choose with music, with words, body language, things that we show even in the background, because somebody may take something the wrong way or it may offend somebody. Look, if it offends you, you have every right to go somewhere else. It's like people were bitching about season 7 of The Walking Dead when it came on. Oh, please turn down the gore, all because we got to see 2 people's heads bashed in with a baseball bat. So what? I like seeing that type of shit, man. That's what makes television great. But because we live in a very sensitive world, because of everything, social media with people like myself who have a difficult time getting a regular job because of certain things, I am an artist. In other words, I can sketch, I can paint. It's hard for me to make money doing that, because nowadays handmade artwork or images is very fucking sensitive to whatever algorithm you post it on, because you have whiny ass pussies out there. I also do music. It's hard, makes it hard now for people to go online. I don't care what anybody fucking says. It don't matter if you're YouTube trying to do it on there, right? Or now Spotify. Oh, you get too much traffic in, or we hear something, we're going to mute your ass or take it down. Again, my music that was on my entertainment channel, gone. Well, it's not gone, it's still there. You can still listen to it, but it got claimed. So that means that fucking company owns it. Alright, whatever. I'm not monetized, it means you ain't gonna make a penny off it. When I got too much traffic because I didn't want to pay $30 a month for the premium package for Spotify to see how many followers, how many streams, how many plays I got, to see how much money I made, they muted me and I took down my music. So if you guys are doing that, you guys are making money off me and I'm not seeing nothing, hey, I'm going to leave, I'm going to take down my shit. So when it comes to music, if you're somebody that's getting so much traffic, that's found as a threat. MySpace been known to do that back in the days. I don't know how many people remember that. I don't know if you guys remember that Long by Lupe Fiasco, Hip Hop Saved My Life, when they said song got too much traffic and plays on MySpace, producer hit me down, producer hit me up, said I had to pay or take it down. Yeah, that was real. That still goes on to this day. So you have that. Then you have people that do videos, like vlogs. It don't matter if you post it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Whatever you're talking about, automatically if they hear just one little word that may not come through but come from the background or see wherever your scenery is, it has to be took down. Okay. But is this a machine recording this or people? Because a good majority of it, it's a bit of both. But a good majority, it's going to be people. If not that. Again, if you don't like what you want to hear, cool. If you don't like what the scenery that you see, alright, move the fuck on. Because you're miserable with your life. Then this ain't for you. If you're somebody that does urban exploring, I've tried to do that. I like to see stuff like that. But guess what? That's considered too violent now to social media. How in the fuck is that violent? It's not. Ghost exploring. Oh, it's too violent. We can't show that. Well, get the fuck over it. Then you get to now, even with Instagram. Instagram's getting hit so hard. Again, it doesn't matter if you do music, artwork, posting vlogs, posting short couple of second snippets to advertise a video or something that you share. Right? Something that is trying to help you get somewhere in places. You're going to get hit with something. And I think it was like a couple months ago, I think like over 50 things that I have done with my own work, somebody or Instagram decided to hit me with copyright claims and copyright strikes to where I had to take down a good majority of my content on my IG page. People may not like me for whatever reason, but that's okay. I'm not a very person to like. Matter of fact, if you piss me off, you're going to see what I'm going to do. Again, we live in a very sensitive world when it comes to social media. We now have to be sensitive and cater to the fucking whiny bitches. Because you can't handle certain things. Because you may not like entertainment. Because everybody has to run for everyone else. I'm sorry. But guess what? You're stopping somebody who is trying to make it somewhere because of whatever reason. You're doing that to somebody like me. And again, everything that I named that you guys see me do, from sketches, those that know me, painting, video gaming, music, YouTube, I do that because I'm trying to make it somewhere with this. Because I can't go out there and get a regular job for certain reasons. But when you have pussies out there that are stopping people like me from actually trying to support myself, you're stopping my cash flow because you're a sensitive pussy ass bitch. And now especially with a lot of these social media sites. Facebook, fucking bitches. Twitter, pussies. Instagram, whiny asses. YouTube are fucking cunts. That's just how it goes. Yeah. Especially how our children are today. We're raising them as fucking sensitive bitches. They're getting to the point so much, a lot of our boys out here are being raised like women. Might as well get them a sex change. Why not? Put them in jail. Let them get fucked. right? Because we have to be sensitive. I'm not here to be sensitive to you. No one was sensitive to me. I was brought up a certain way. I'm about to be 30 years old. I came from a certain era and decade and raised a certain way. You get out of line, you get your ass beat. If you can't handle certain things in life, then you need to go. That's just how it is. Again, everyone's so fucking sensitive. Oh my. Let it be a happy world. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not the real world. That's not society. Okay, life is very dark and scary. Yes, you can have your good moments, right? But you also have your bad moments. It's like that line off of Vampire in Brooklyn. Well, what's a good day if we ain't got a bad day? What's a bad day if we don't know what a good day is, right? Evil and good cannot exist without each other. We need that. We need that. If you're too weak to handle shit in life, then you're not going to last long. You're just not going to do it. I'm sorry. We now, so much to the point to where, I spoke about this before in several videos, we rather champion people that are guilty and down victims, man. Because we're just that fucking hypocritical coon-ass community that we are. Is that being sensitive? No. No, it's not. The people that will see this video, man, that ain't gonna like what I'm saying. That's okay. You don't have to, but I'm telling the truth. If you're sensitive, then you need to go on somewhere. Go to daycare. I don't care what you do. The world doesn't stop and evolve around those that want to be sensitive. We might as well say now it does, because everything has to be family friendly. There's no such thing as a family friendly family. Everyone has their skeletons in their closet. You know what I'm saying? No. Oh, because our children. No. You want to cater and sell to your children that much? What do you expect them to do when they get older and they go out on their own? They're going to be scared for the rest of their lives and sheltered and expect that shit. Because you raising them sensitive. Because everything now has to be turned down. Because of what? Crime? No. Crime in every sense of the word been around before technology. It's been around. It's always going to be around. You try to stop racism? Racism always been around. People think crime and racism started with the internet. No, it hasn't. If you don't experience certain things in life, you're not going to be strong and prepared for shit. It's just not going to happen. Again, with everything I'm saying, we live too much in a pussy-ass world. Because things have to be toned down? No. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You're going to experience these things regardless. You're going to experience at home, in school, at work, on the streets. You're going to experience on TV and on the internet in some way, shape, or form. You're going to experience these things with your friends. It amazes me. Things have to be so fucking sensitive because you have the weaklings that can't handle shit. That's the type of world we live in. Things have to be took down. Things have to be blocked. Things have to be disabled. Things have to be muted. Things have to be family friendly. You need to be nice, kind, and courteous. I mean, I get the last part that I said, but not everyone's like that. If everyone was like that, life would be boring. That's not how it works, man. We can't be that type of sensitive in real life, and we can't be that sensitive out here on the internet, especially when people are trying to make a living. You wouldn't like if somebody stopped your shit like that, would you? No. Again, everyone's so fucking sensitive because they're little biatches. That ain't how the world works, man. If you can't handle what somebody says, you ain't never gonna be a man. If you can't handle what somebody says, you ain't gonna ever be a woman. If you don't experience things in life, you won't be strong. You're gonna be raising your kids the way you were. It's even if you even have kids, because it's, again, nowadays we're raising our boys to be women. If you wanted a little girl, you should have had a little girl. You do know you can get some kind of shots for that now to make a child to be a certain gender, if that's what you wanted, or sex change. This shit fucking amazes me, man. It does. You know, when all this really began because of homosexuality, I don't know how many people know that. All this began because of homosexuality. Look, you're going to have people that ain't going to like gays. You're going to have people that will like gays. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. I know somebody's going to bring up the Bible and shit. What happened if I told you guys that Bible shit and church shit is bullshit? Because a good majority of all those religions actually had men loving other men and got rid of women just to have kids after the kid was born. Think about that for a second while I just let that sink in deep. Let it sink in. So yeah, not too much more I can say. You gotta stop being sensitive people, man. Gotta stop being a sensitive ass world. Alright?